Isn't it so cute? Happy New Year everyone. Sorry it's been a couple of weeks since my last video, but here I am. So today we're going to be doing a new segment. It is called 5 Minute Friday. It's 5 minutes of me showing you tips, tricks, tutorials, how to make a snack, brew a coffee out in the bush, using Lightroom, Photoshop, flying a drone, anything, absolutely anything. You request it, I will show you. Well, if I don't know it, I'll learn it, then I'll show you. So today we're going to talk about vertical panoramas. So if you're a fan of my Facebook page, link below, you will have seen my vertical pano from Angus Valley Road here in South Australia, looking down on the plains towards Walker Flat. So we're going to show you how that is done on Lightroom, and then maybe in a later episode I'll show you how it's actually captured via the drone. You can also use a phone, a mirrorless, an SLR. You can use any sort of camera to do this, as long as you have the software to stitch it together. And that is a very, very simple process. The photos today were captured on a DJI Mavic Air, which you can see behind me. It's not my usual drone, but it's the drone that fits in my back pocket that I can take anywhere, and it's like having your mobile phone camera. It is really, really good. So let's get into the computer and I'll show you how this is done. So here we are in Lightroom. You can see that I've imported all the photos into one library. Now if we go through the photos, you'll see that I'm pointing straight at the ground for the first one and slowly raising the drone camera upwards and still taking photos. So I end up looking straight at the sky. We'll open this first one. And we'll see that we're pointing straight to the ground. There's my van down at the bottom. And at the last photo, you can see that we're looking straight along the horizon. I see that I've got a photo out of place here. So all we need to do, Control A to select them all, or you can just press Control and select them all individually, pretending this one wasn't part of the series. But today we'll just use Control A. This is on a PC. Once you've got them all selected, right click and go to Photo Merge and hit Panorama. Now you'll be saying, hang on, that's only for horizontal panos. Well no, Lightroom is very smart and knows that this is a vertical pano and will stitch all the photos because it sees the similarities in the images. So we'll let that do its thing and we'll come back and that'll have a preview up there for us. Well, there you have it. There is your preview. Now there's a few settings here that you can play with. These settings here basically adjust the look of it. So if you've got, say, a GoPro that is very, very warped due to the very wide angled lens, sometimes you need to change the settings to knock that warpage out. I leave this as it comes, and auto crop I also leave on to save me having to edit out all these little edge bits here that you see. All these white bits. Auto settings basically gives you a good starting point. If we let this go, you'll see that it's very blown out and it will need more editing than it would if you were to have auto settings on. So I leave auto settings on, gives me a good starter. I do edit it a lot from there. I probably even go back to the standard sort of settings and work my way through, but it's a good starting point. Leave the settings as they're there as it is, and click merge. As you can see in the top left hand corner is creating panorama. We'll come back and have a look at the image when that is complete. And there we have it, guys. You can see that there's an extra photo here now. So if we double click on that, we'll see the raw image that Lightroom has stitched together. So from here I would go and edit it and get it to my liking. We won't talk about that today. We'll get into some editing in another episode. But just as a bit of a look-see, this is what it looks like after the edit, and this is the actual image that I posted. I found that there was a lot of magenta in the photo. I'm not sure what it is about the Mavic Air, but I had to take a lot of magenta out. Those clouds looked awful. If we go back to Lightroom, you might actually see it there, but when I start to edit, that magenta really comes out. So anyway, we'll talk about that another time. So there we are. That's how you do a vertical pano with a Mavic Air. Now remember, you can do this with any camera. You can even do it with your phone. So get out there. If you've got Lightroom, take some photos, come home and experiment. Wow your friends with some incredible photos. Hopefully that gets you out and about, gives you a little bit more motivation. I know that one thing that I have problems with is camera block. It is where you lose motivation for taking photos. So there's a little bit of inspiration for you. So until the next 5 Minute Friday, hit the subscribe button, press the bell so that you get my notifications of new videos, and please like this video. Until next time, Uru. Happy New Year, everyone. Sorry it's been a couple of weeks since my first post, but here I am. Stupid phone. Grrr.